Hello everyone, my name is Johannes and I'm a fourth year undergraduate student studying biochemistry, and the autoimmune disease we'll be discussing today is vitiligo. It could quite literally take 2 weeks to cover each one of these conditions in its entirety, but hopefully we can break them down to their fundamental parts. Alright, let's get into it. Now, you may have seen certain celebrities with vitiligo, such as supermodel Winnie Harlow and Michael Jackson, and have wondered, why does their skin appear to have these white opaque patches? And this is because they have a condition called vitiligo. Vitiligo is an autoimmune depigment disease which causes the destruction of melanocytes due to an autoimmune response. So let's talk about these melanocytes and why their destruction is tied to the white patches that appear on the skin. Melanocytes are located in the eyes and primarily at the bottom layer of the epidermis, which is the top layer of your skin and located just above the dermis. The basic function of melanocytes is to produce, as the name would suggest, melanin, which gives skin a darker color to protect you against the sun and its UV rays. And as you can see, I'm not lacking any of it. For whatever reason, genetics and/or environmental factors, the body produces antibodies against these melanocytes and destroys them, thus leading to the lack of production of melanin. With people who have vitiligo, their skin can appear as having these white blotches that are apparent, especially in African Americans. Now, there's a lot of people who tend to think that white people can't have vitiligo, but this is just not the case. It's simply just not as apparent because there's already not as much melanin to be there in the first place. So there are two main types of vitiligo that present with people who do have the condition. The first one, and the more common of the two, is non-segmental vitiligo. In non-segmental vitiligo, the symptoms often appear on both sides of your body as symmetrical white patches. So you have something on one side of your face, you're more likely to develop it on the other side of the median plane, which splits your body this way, and show on this side. So if I got something on this shoulder, it'll be on this shoulder. And like I said, your body down the hatch like that. The other kind is segmental vitiligo. In segmental vitiligo, the white patches can affect one area of your body and are kind of random throughout. So you can have one across your chest, you can have one, running across your face, a little bit on your cheek, whatever it may be, just kind of random throughout. So now let's talk about the ways medical providers diagnose vitiligo. And the first one being, and the most obvious, the appearance of those white blotches. Kind of hard to miss. Once those have appeared and we can see those, a skin biopsy is then conducted where the affected skin is to analyze and look for the presence of melanocytes. If it is concluded that there are none, then vitiligo can be assessed. Symptoms and side effects. So obviously, one of the main symptoms of vitiligo is the discoloration of the skin. But what I find to be more destructive of a side effect is the mental obstruction caused by the disease. In a study conducted analyzing the psychiatric morbidity and the quality of life in vitiligo patients, it was found that vitiligo lesions are associated with a high incidence of major depression disorder and social phobia. Although vitiligo does not have as much physical disruption to your body and your health as compared to some of the other autoimmune diseases we've covered on this channel, the mental barrier can be some of the most challenging out of them all. Luckily, there are several treatments that individuals with vitiligo can use to help restore pigment back to the skin. So there is medication you can rub onto the skin, specifically certain steroids that can help restore the lost skin color. People can also use light therapy as well by using UV light to restore the natural skin color. There's also camouflage makeup that can really look natural to cover up spots if that's what the person wants. And lastly, surgical options such as skin grafts can be used to restore skin color. Alright, and that was our breakdown of vitiligo. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you have any questions, please drop them down in the comments below. And as always, thank you.